everyone. Welcome back. So today's topic for discussion is going to be correlation analysis. What exactly is correlation? It is nothing but a statistical technique which is used to determine the degree to which two quantitative variables they are related. Now, please keep in mind that the correlation analysis does tell you about the relationship between two variables, but it does not talk about the cause of that correlation. It does not give you any idea about why that relationship is between the two sets of variables. How do we do that, or how is it exactly that we start with it? The basic concept is, first we start with a scatter plot. If you look at any scatter plot, basically the two sets of variables are plotted on x and y axis respectively, and the different points are not joined. They just put in the points over there. That's why the name scatter. The pattern of that data in the scatter plot is representative about the type of relationship that exists between the variables. The variables may be positively correlated, negatively correlated, or there might be no correlation between them. We'll come back to this in a short while. So we'll take some examples as to how correlation can be there. For example, age versus weight, as we can see over here right now. So on the x-axis age, which is plotted in years. On the y-axis is weight, which has been plotted in kgs, which is giving us this set of distribution. We'll talk about the significance. Then weight versus systolic blood pressure. On the x-axis is weight, on the y-axis the systolic blood pressure. Again, we get some pattern like this over here. Third one, the students' grades versus the number of hours that the students play video games, in which the grades have been plotted on the x-axis and the hours playing video games, they have been plotted on the y-axis. This gives us a pattern which is slightly different from the previous two patterns that we observed. Another one, which is like when we compare skin tone versus BMI. So in this scenario, if you look at it, there is no clear pattern as such per se between the two variables. Now, as mentioned earlier, the pattern of data is indicative of the type of relationship between the variables. So keeping this in mind, we'll now re-examine the data that we just observed. So in this age versus weight data, if we look at it, as the value is increasing on the x-axis, correspondingly there is an increase in the values on the y-axis as well. So whenever the increase of one variable leads to an increase of the second variable, that is called positive correlation. If you look at the second example, here also, as the weight is increasing, the systolic blood pressure is also increasing. In other words, as the variable on the x-axis is increasing, the variable on the y-axis is also showing an increase. Another example of positive correlation. However, if we come to the next set of data, in which if we look at the grades versus the number of hours playing on spent on video games. So if you look at it, as the grades are increasing, in other words, the variable on the x-axis is increasing, there is a corresponding decrease in the variable on the y-axis. That means lesser the number of hours which are being spent on playing video games, higher are the grades. So in such an example, in which the increase of one variable leads to a decrease of the second variable, that is negative correlation. The third set of example is something which we look at it in terms of skin tone versus BMI, wherein we don't see any pattern with reference to one increase or the other increase or the decrease. So that is when the data are no correlation, or there is no relation between the two sets of variables. How do we compute correlation? There are two most common coefficients to be taken into account. One is a simple correlation coefficient, and the second is a Spearman rank correlation coefficient. We'll be talking about both of them. The simple correlation coefficient, denoted by R, is also known as Pearson's correlation coefficient, and its value can range from -1 to +1, wherein 0 indicates no relation, and the value of R has two aspects. One, it is its sign. If it is a positive sign, that means it is talking about a direct or a positive correlation, which means increase in one leading to the increase in the second variable as well. An indirect correlation, that means the negative sign value of R will indicate an indirect or an inverse correlation, that means the increase in one leading to a decrease in the other. Besides that, the value of r exactly, whether it is between from 0 to 1, or 0 to -1, that indicates whether the correlation is weak or strong. For our practical purposes of discussion, from 0 to plus minus 0.25, we will be taking it as a weak correlation. From 0.25 to 0.75, both plus or the minus side, as an intermediate correlation. And from plus minus 0.75 to plus minus 1, that is either this range 0.75 to 1 or minus 0.75 to 1, we'll be taking it as a strong correlation. 1 is what indicates a perfect correlation. 0 is what indicates no correlation. How do we compute R? It's a very simple set of some multiplications, wherein given by summation of xy minus summation of x into summation of y divided by n. This whole divided by under root of summation of x square minus summation x whole square divided by n multiplied by summation of y square minus summation y whole square divided by n. So this is a very simple calculation. I will not be discussing any example for this for now, and but for all the data examples that we provided in the previous slides, we expect the students to try to solve this, and depending upon what we were getting in the scatter plot, check out whether R is also conforming to the same pattern or not. Next we move to Spearman rank correlation coefficient. In this, it is as the name itself suggests, the word rank gets added. So basically the different set of values for x and y, a rank is assigned before calculating the correlation coefficient. We'll try to explain more of this with an example, but how do we do, what is it that we are supposed to do for calculating the rank correlation coefficient? For each set of value for x and y variables, or the sets of variables, we assign a rank. Then for the pair, we calculate the difference of ranks as it is given by di, indicated by r1 minus r2, and then we calculate the coefficient by 1 minus 6 of multiplied by summation of di square divided by n into n square minus 1, where n is the total number of observations that are present for the data set. Now, the interpretation for RS, or the rank coefficient, is the same as simple correlation coefficient in terms of sign and strength. So this is, we are talking about a competition in which there were 10 participants, which were being given marks by 2 judges with the table, as per the table given below. Now we want to find out whether the marking or the evaluating pattern of the 2 judges exhibited any correlation or not. So we make a table like this. We have the different competitors on one side, the scores given by judge 1, the scores given by judge 2. So these becomes our 2 sets of variables. Now we first of all, as we have to assign rank to it. So if you look at the judge 1 scores, the highest score is 18, so which is given the first rank. Similarly, we move further after, so 16 is the second rank, 15 third rank, 13 is the fourth rank. Now here we have an exception. That means there are 2 candidates who were scored 11 by the same judge. So if going by the ranking pattern, they would have been in the 5th and the 6th position. So how do we assign a rank to them? We take an average of the 2 positions that they are occupying. So it will be 5 plus 6, an average 5.5. So both of them will be given a rank of 5.5. Similarly, we complete the ranking for all the scores for all the judge 1. Then we complete the rank for all the scores for judge 2. We calculate the difference of the ranks. We calculate di square. We calculate summation of di square. After that, we put it in the formula as discussed beforehand, and the basis of that, we get the rank coefficient as plus 0.233. So it's a positive correlation, but it is a weak correlation. So similarly, you can compute this for any set of data for a simple coefficient or rank coefficient. Thank you.